So these are some of the religious terms we've learned about while having about the start of Christianity. The first one being chaos, and chaos is when humans aren't having a good relationship with God. Um, it means that the world is imperfect, it's not as God intended, and people are not living in harmony with God. Cosmos is when humans are, in fact, living in harmony with God, um, and the world is as God wanted it to be. The fall, it's the original sin committed by Adam and Eve. Yeah. Then there's the Genesis. The Genesis is the first book of the Bible. It's the first three chapters of the Old Testament. Then there's the creation myth. It's the myth of how the world was created, normally made by religions. Then there's Jesus. Jesus is the Son of God and he's the King of the Jews. There's crucifixion. Crucifixion is being hanged on a cross by putting nails through your hand and feet. Resurrection means being brought back from the dead, such as when Jesus is resurrected after being dead for 3 days. Messiah is the savior, it means chosen person. Messianic expectations is the thought of a person who will come to save us, sent by God or someone else, or someone divine. A prophecy is a text that predicts something about the future. Eschatology is the thought of the end of the world and the reunion with the divine, saying that, like, let's say that all people came back to the Garden of Eden like God wanted it to be. Isaiah is the prophet who described the myth of Jesus 500 years before he was born, and he's one of the most popular um, prophets in the Mosaic Law. Anthropogony, anthropogony is the myth of the human creation. Then there's the New Testament, which is the story of Jesus, the story of redemption of mankind, and the second pact with the Jews. And then there's the Old Testament, which is the first pact with the Jews, and it's the history or a story of everything that came before Jesus Christ's birth.